And we did these interviews at KVGI Radio here in Frisco for a couple of years, and probably did around 200 episodes. And the first episode sucked really bad. It was awful. It's actually my favorite episode because it's so bad.
It's so bad.
And,
yeah. That's always the best thing. It's like go back and look at the first 2 or 3 times you did something, and you're like, yeah, it's
a time capsule too. I
for
love
sure.
It. Like
for
podcasting is such a cool thing because it's a time capsule, right? And but we did like 200 episodes with them, and then the pandemic happened, and it shut them out of business. The KVGI went out of business, and one of the biggest mistakes that I made as a podcaster was I did not have control of the content. I was just going, moving, and we were doing live streams. We weren't really doing anything with the podcast. We were just doing live streams, and anyways, long story short, I lost all that content.
Wow.
I guess technically I could go into like Facebook as the memory comes up, and I could download it out of Facebook. It would take forever and a million years to do this, but technically it's still out there. But it would take a lot of work to get it.
Sure.
And anyways, so I lost all that content, and we moved to KVGI. Not KVI. We moved to Real News PR here in Dallas. And I don't know if you've been over to their studios or not.
I've toured it once. It's beautiful.
Oh, you toured it.
Great location. Yeah, I love it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
These guys are the real deal. And so we started over there after the pandemic. And that's really what I'll tell you. Things took off. It was a next level production.
Yeah.
They've got multiple cameras and lighting, and they have producers, and it's really the real deal. So that's where it started to take off. And also at that same time, Clubhouse took off.
Oh, yeah.
And I was super early in Clubhouse, and I was in rooms with big names like Grant Cardone and a lot of these big people. And so next thing you know, I'm getting all these big names on the show. And it's really taken off since then. And the studio, I'll say this, the studio gave some credibility to us.
Yeah.
Right? Remember, we had done the show for a couple years, but didn't really have anything to show for it. My content was kind of like lost. And so how am I going to get a big name like a Grant Cardone on my show? You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, so the studio we were in, which this is a tip for somebody, is high quality studio says something. It makes you stand out from all the other podcasts that are out there.